Check this out. Rap Battle World. It's all happening.
Justin Hunte is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunte is here, it's all happening.
Leave it to Ye to add context to the calamity. If you somehow missed it, punch yourself in the face because rap has run amok. Years of tension, sneak dissing, and outright disrespect has spilled over into Rap Battle World, a dystopian present cluttered with chart-topping diss tracks, polarizing apologies, uproarious memes, mommy text-making racism accusations, and AI advertorial. It's all happening. During a conversation on the Download podcast, host Justin LaBoy asked Ye the question at the forefront of many minds after witnessing Kendrick Lamar, Future, Metro Boomin, The Weeknd, A$AP Rocky, Rick Ross, all cultural titans unleash bars and quips aimed at Drizzy Drake, the Canadian MC. That question, why? Why is everyone going at Aubrey? Here's a clip.
It's with Drake. That's the whole thing. It's like morality and likability are not connected. They're usually the opposite. Right. Usually the most immoral people are the ones that are the most likable. So if I say I like Drake, it's not because he's a good person. You know, it's like we saving the world. Like you take Drake and Lucien out, that just alters everything because that's such a control thing they had, the algorithm, the way that they work together to fix the numbers and all that.
This with Drake, it's like morality and likability are not connected. They're usually opposite. Usually the most immoral people are the ones that are most likable. Keep going, Ye.
Because it's not just about the elimination of Drake. You know, it's like, like we're going to tear the head off whoever they got that they thought was in control of all this shit. Like, look at this. It's like they running the numbers. They running on radio. They got the smash. And then, you know, it's like now they not playing Lil Wayne no more because he ain't, you know, he's not directly connected with Lucien.
To the uninitiated, Lucian Grange is the head of Universal Music Group and arguably the most powerful man in the business of selling sound. Reportedly, Drake signed a $400 million deal with the super label covering recordings, publishing, merchandise, and visual media projects. Yahoo dubbed it a LeBron-sized contract that's essentially a 360 deal on steroids. And if you believe the shot Ye took at Drizzy on the Like That remix, Drake is locked in for the rest of his life.
What did you say, nigga?
Now, the Louis Vuitton Don does a lot of stunting in life and in this conversation with Justin LaBoy. Following a chaotic 2022 where it seemed like Ye was doing everything in his power to cancel himself, he's bounced back in spectacular fashion. He notched the #1 album completely independently with Vultures, his collaboration with Ty Dolla $ign. He also got a #1 song, Carnival, incredible track, and the greatest Super Bowl commercial of all time. Here's a clip.
Hey y'all, this Ye, and it's my commercial. And since we spent all the money on the commercial spot, we actually didn't spend any money on the actual commercial. But the idea is I want you to go to Yeezy.com, YEEZY.com, and I'm gonna write it at the bottom of the screen, and I got some shoes, and that's it.
Didn't spend any money on the commercial. Goes down in history. I love it. Now, the fact that Ye went #1 within a supposedly controlled system after cutting corporate ties in a fiery blaze of synthetic anti-Semitic glory immediately raises a question as to how controlled the system actually is. But let him tell it. He's reaping the benefits. During the conversation, Ye says he took home more than 7 times the revenue with the success of Vultures in comparison to #1s he's notched back when he was signed. 7 times the revenue. From that perspective, the used-to-be billionaire isn't impressed with Drake's LeBron-sized lifetime deal, which he lampooned on the Like That remix, stating, "Where Lucien, serve your master, nigga. You caught a little bag for your masters, didn't you? Lifetime deal, I feel bad for niggas." Jesus. You could say a lot of things about the artist formerly known as Kanye West, but Ye doesn't typically engage in rap beef in his music because Ye doesn't beef with rappers. Ye beefs with institutions. He beefs with corporations, Adidas, Gap. He beefs with JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon and Democrats. So Drake's LeBron-sized deal with Lucian Grange and Universal Music Group, coupled with charges of immorality and fixing the numbers, and all of the allusions Drake has made in the past to sleeping with Ye's ex-wife on songs like Search and Rescue and In My Feelings, and it's a long list. And suddenly it makes sense that Ye would lay out his abhorrence this explicitly and on wax. Aubrey Drake Graham has, in a sense, become the face, a number one attack dog of what many deem to be a predatory institution, while also having a proclivity to drop in subs about other people's women in his music.
Jesus Christ.
Let's break it down. On his reply diss track Push-Ups, when Drake mentions I'm out in Tokyo because I'm big in Japan, allegedly that's about a woman named Tokyo Future is dating. When he says, shout out to the hooper that be busting out the gritty, I know why you mad nigga, I ain't even tripping, all that heartbroken Twitter shit for bitches, that's allegedly about Memphis Grizzlies star Ja Morant. Both Drake and Ja reportedly dated a woman named Johanna Leia. When he says, Rolling Loud stage, y'all were turned, that was slick as hell. Shit'll probably change if your BM start to kiss and tell. That's allegedly about Travis Scott, who was hype manning on stage at Rolling Loud when Future and Metro debuted Like That. Travis's baby mama is Kylie Jenner. When he says, I be with some bodyguards like Whitney, that's a double entendre. One layer is Whitney Houston, who starred in The Bodyguard with Kevin Costner. Whitney is also, though, the name of Kendrick Lamar's partner and the mother of his children, Whitney Alford. On Future and Metro Boomin's follow-up, We Still Don't Trust You, A$AP Rocky aims at Drake on the song Show of Hands. Reportedly, that's a response to Drake dropping subs about Rihanna, Rocky's baby mother, on Fear of Heights and Virginia Beach. And a few years ago, his beef with Meek Mill was reportedly sparked over Nicki Minaj. A few years before that, his beef with Common was reportedly about Venus Williams. He even mentions Pusha T's wife, Virginia Williams, on Duppy Freestyle. Then Pusha T pushed his face in on Son of Adidon. It's all happening. Look, Drake has a 12-year pattern of playing with people about their women, and now it looks like he's playing with their money. One of the reasons Rick Ross says that he unfollowed Drake on IG is because Drake sent a cease and desist letter to French Montana, presumably over the track Splash Brothers, which was supposed to be on French Montana's 2024 mixtape, Mac and Cheese 5. During the outro to his Drake diss, Champagne Moments, Rose explains, you sent the police and hated on my dog project. Sent the police and hated on my dog project. Larry Jackson, head of Gamma, who reportedly has business ties with Drake, confirmed on the Joe Budden podcast that actually happened. French and Drake have collaborated on numerous projects over the years and seem to have a great relationship. Clearly things done changed, so Ross joined in on the onslaught, calling Drake white boy in the song and on IG, poking at him for getting liposuction, which is factual, coining the term BBL Drizzy. BBL Drizzy! He's also been falsely accusing Drake of getting a nose job because he didn't want his father's nose. That's actually a pretty good flip. Michael Jackson didn't like his nose either. In the aftermath, though, Drake posted a screenshot of a text conversation that he had with his mother. It reads, Obs, the internet is saying you got a nose job. You look the same to me in the kitchen today. I can't believe you would get one without me, because you know I always wanted one. Don't tell me that you got tattoos without me, and now this too? I would have got us a 2-for-1 deal if I went, Ma. It's coming from Rick Ross, the guy I did songs with. He's gone loopy off the Moonjaro. He hasn't eaten in days, and it's turned him angry and racist. He's performing at proms for money. It's bad. Don't worry. We'll handle it. He's gone loopy off the Moonjaro, doing proms for money. It's turned him angry and racist? Now, the subtext beneath Drake calling Rick Ross racist resonated loudly in certain sectors of Black Twitter, but has been arguably underplayed in this current media environment. I mean, think about this. Rick Ross called Drake white boy, so Drake told his mom that Rick Ross was racist. There are millions of Black people in America who went to white schools, taking white classes with white kids, who were called white boy or Oreo or zebra or white acting or talks proper, who understood intrinsically that they weren't being victimized by racism because it wasn't institutionalized. It wasn't used to disenfranchise or deny investment. It wasn't used to cut African American studies programs in curriculum or deny Jackson clean water or abolish parole in Louisiana. Maybe it's prejudice, maybe it's bigoted, but black people calling black people white people isn't racist. It's served at the cookout.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
But the supreme irony is that after Drake posts that text, Ross's white boy charge now feels apropos because there's nothing whiter than a white man calling a black man racist. And if that white man says nigga 19 times a song, now it's the whitest thing in the world. Drake is clever, maniacal even. Drake knew what he was doing by posting that conversation with his mom because he's levied similar accusations before. There was an incident in 2018 where his buy-in was refused at Park Vancouver Casino. The province of British Columbia had recently passed stringent regulations on casinos in an attempt to curb rampant money laundering. According to reports, Drake gambled for a while with his own buy-in and lost the money, so he had a friend wire him more money through Park. Park accepted the wire. He gambled some more, lost again, then tried to buy in a third time with cash but was refused because the BCLC, British Columbia's gambling governing body, instituted a legal policy stating that any buy-in for more than $10,000 within a 24-hour period requires a source of funds declaration as a measure to stop money laundering in casinos within the province. Park Casino could have lost his gambling license if it allowed Drake to break this law. But what did Aubrey do? He posted that Park Casino profiled him to his 100 million followers. The post reads, "Park Casino is the worst run business I have ever witnessed, profiling me and not allowing me to gamble when I had everything they originally asked me for." Let's put this into context. Scorpion dropped 2018, the same year as this incident. It went 5 times platinum. Park Casino is in Vancouver, which is in British Columbia, which is in Canada, which is where 6God is from. Drake is Canada's biggest international rap star. In what 2018 world would he get profiled in his own motherland and at a casino?
Stop it. Get some help.
In a statement, Park Casino said, "We are actively investigating this matter and have made several efforts to reach out to the customer and his team to discuss the issue. We are committed to having a productive conversation to resolve this issue." Links in description. But this was big news in Vancouver. Park Casino weathered a barrage of online attacks. They were forced to shut down their Instagram account for a period of time, all because Aubrey merely insinuated to his 100 million followers that he was a victim of racism. But according to one Reddit user whose eyewitness testimony has been confirmed by Canada's CTV, the accusation that he was racially profiled is categorically false. However, if you mean that he was profiled as a douchebag celebrity who treated everyone rudely and with disrespect, then yeah, that's true. Immoral, fixing the numbers, douchebag celebrity who treated everyone rudely and with disrespect, a 12-year pattern of talking about other people's women. I mean, call it what you want, but there's a theme here. Drake knew exactly what he was doing when he told the world he was profiled at Park, just like he knew exactly what he was doing when he told the world that he told his mom that Rick Ross was racist. This wasn't some flippant oversight. This was tactical. This was a funny-ass text with dark undertones delivered by a, quote, douchebag celebrity who treats everyone rudely and with disrespect.
Don't trust them new niggas over there.
All's fair in love and rap war, but in another timeline, that goes completely different for Rick Ross. In a sense, Drake pulled that punch and he didn't have to. I mean, Ross is talking about Drake's nose, which is a disgusting trope. He didn't post a conversation with his dad, he posted one with his mom. And Ross called Drake and his homies
the pastrami posse.
The definition of racism has absolutely been diluted since Lee Atwater and the right-wing media complex. But imagine if the petty in him pin Rose is anti-Semitic. In this climate, rappers would have to condemn Hamas before dissing Drizzy.
Jesus Christ.
Push-Ups is an objectively effective diss without question, though. You gotta give him credit. I mean, not the first version that sounded like a flaccid reference track, but the second one, the one with the DJ Who Kid intro and the Michael Myers Halloween-esque keys and academic screaming at Kendrick right before the outro. He uses Kendrick's former label CEO Anthony Top Dog Tith as a device for disrespect. Top say drop, you better drop and give me 50. Clever. And it's impossible to hear how the fuck you big stepping with the size 7 men's on and not at least chuckle. I laughed out loud. But the best example of Drizzy's cunning in the heat of conflict is Tailor-Made Freestyle, the second diss darted at Kendrick Lamar. It's another pioneering diss track in concept and execution because he uses an AI-generated Tupac and AI-generated Snoop Dogg over a Dr. Dre beat while taking an Eminem 8 Mile approach, i.e. saying what his opponent might say first, leaving them with little left to reply with, all to attack K.Dot. I mean, he even named the song after Taylor Swift, who released the nation's #1 album the same day. That's right. Drake manipulated the biggest artist in the talisman of the billion-dollar Dr. Dre family tree and the Swifties just to go at the Compton Kid. I don't use phrases like nasty work, but that right there, that's the definition of nasty work.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Now here's what's interesting. In the weeks following, the Tupac Shakur estate threatened to sue Drake if he didn't take down Tailor-Made Freestyle because, of course they did. In the statement, they said not only is the record a flagrant violation of Tupac's publicity and the estate's legal rights, it is also a blatant abuse of the legacy of one of the greatest hip-hop artists of all time. The estate would have never given its approval for this use. The unauthorized, equally dismaying use of Tupac's voice against Kendrick Lamar, a good friend of the estate who has given nothing but respect to Tupac and his legacy publicly and privately, compounds the insult. Even more recently, no doubt with your approval and possibly even at your request, your record label took down a well-publicized AI imitation of you and The Weeknd with a great deal of news coverage highlighting how damaging the fake was to you, calling them out for being a hypocrite. In response to the Pac estate, Drake went ahead and took the song down. I'm glad he did that. That's respectful. But, you know, it's still up on YouTube. Anybody can go there and hear it anytime they want. The genie's out of the bottle. But that's the reaction from the Pac estate. Snoop went ahead and put up a cryptic Instagram video, but I wanted to know how this is landing in a real way. So I spoke with the legendary EDI Mean, entrepreneur, super MC, and member of Tupac's group, The Outlaws. I'll post a full conversation, but here's some of Edie's initial reactions to Tailor-Made Freestyle.
You know what? I have not spoken to Snoop, but a little birdie told me he wasn't that happy about it. You know what I mean? But you saw his reaction on the Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Snoop is forever. I think he's not here to, you know, make it an issue, so to speak. I would say this, man. Imagine if somebody took your voice and inserted you into a beef against somebody that you cool with. Now, I mean, like, yeah, you know, after the shits and giggles, it's like, well, hold on a second. Was I just violated? You know what I'm saying? Was I just, and I don't know if he got a phone call prior to. Drake may have hit Snoop and said, yo, this is what's coming. I don't know. But, yeah, put yourself in that position and, you know, see how you would feel about it. I think the estate did what they felt was the right thing to do. You know, you got to respect the code, and that includes Drake. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure we want people to respect the code if the shoes is on the other foot.
The point is this. Social media has been flooded with memes comparing Kendrick and Future and Metro and Ye and ASAP and The Weeknd and Rick Ross to Marvel's superheroes, dubbing them the Rap Avengers, all teaming up to take down Drake. But perhaps that metaphor contains too much truth. Thanos' mission, after all, was to snap away half the population of the universe because he felt it was overcrowded. In 2023, in his annual letter to Universal, Lucian Grange slammed the current streaming model. He stated that he feels there are too many songs uploaded to streaming platforms, too many artists are eligible for monetization, and there was too much artificial intelligence. This year, though, he's championing AI, confirming Universal is heavily invested in the tool capable of getting rid of half the people in the music industry. He told Fast Company, AI at the service of artists is a good thing. But AI that is used to harm or prevent artists from due compensation is a bad thing. So our approach is to embrace responsible AI technology in a way that enhances human creativity. How is this done? By letting artists lead the way. That approach is at the heart of our collaboration with YouTube, as well as our partnerships with BandLab and others.
And my daddy got it.
Our approach is to embrace responsible AI technology in a way that enhances human creativity. How is this done? By letting artists lead the way. Well, in that sense, this entire chapter of Rap Battle World feels like one big AI advertorial, spearheaded by the biggest entity in music, made palatable by Drake, Universal's #1 attack dog, armed with all the tools inside that behemoth's balance sheet. Drake's too big to fail financially, of course. None of his peers can realistically short his $400 million LeBron-sized deal, and he'll always have millions of fans around the world and essentially a decade of non-stop hit records, and the entire country of Canada holding him down. Drake's not gonna go away. He's not gonna vote himself off the island. He's not J. Cole.
I got my chin out.
But reputations aren't static. Reputations evolve. They can be chipped away and they can be rebuilt. Look at George W. Bush. W is the worst president of all time without question, and we know that because W broke the white streak to a nigga named Hussein Osama. That's how bad W was. Now he's a lovable old dude painting pictures of Putin. It can happen in either direction and no one's exempt. Anybody can lose cultural cachet, and that includes Drake. And that's what I see when I see all these titans going at Drake at the same time. A man who's been described as immoral, number-fixing, douchebag celebrity who calls the police on his homies, talk about their women in his music, shows a willingness to weaponize racism, and treats gods, rap gods, as pawns in his corporate AI advertorial. You can't take away Drake's money or his fans, but can you chip away at his cool points? Can the rap Avengers cut into his cultural cachet? Can Kendrick Lamar finally and officially pack that boy up? I don't have the answer to these questions.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening.
Yes, I do actually. Yes, I do actually have the answer to that question. The answer is resoundingly yes. Kendrick Lamar just dropped Euphoria. His response to Drake's 6 minutes of flames told that boy to stop saying nigga, y'all. This is what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. I've been editing this piece all weekend. I've been trying to make improvements on the presentation. I appreciate y'all analysts for rocking with me, for sticking by this channel. I want to know your reaction. What's your reaction to all of this? What's your reaction to Euphoria? I'm definitely going to make a breakdown on the Kendrick side of this. That was always my initial intention, was to have the Kendrick side of this. This was more Drake focused. All of this to me looks like man versus machine, especially with AI in play. So I appreciate you guys. Big shout out to all the analysts who continue to donate to the Linktree, holding me down. You guys are priceless. Yeah, I'm about to go get back into the lab here and start breaking down this Kendrick Lamar Euphoria. You guys let me know what you think. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow @TheCompanyMan on everything. Oh, big shout out to EDI Mean for appearing in this, giving his perspective on the estate, his perspective on tailor-made freestyle. Big shout out to my brother Mark Batson. Mark Batson did the new intro to this show, and he also kicked the rhymes on there too. So, you know, I got legends in my corner. What's better than that? All right, you guys are illest. Let me know what you think about Euphoria. Let me know what you think about all of this. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow @TheCompanyMan on everything. It's all happening.
That's why every bar that Drake said means nothing anymore on a dropping game. If anybody drop and do shit, your raps don't mean shit, nigga. It doesn't mean because the shit is artificial. Lucy and Drake, all the shit is artificial. Wow. You know what I'm saying? That's why gods had to come. It's like, pack that boy up.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, yes, y'all, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.